Well, hi there. Welcome back. Dan again from Clean Guru. My wife Jennifer and I have been watching probably more TV than we normally do. And at night we're watching a TV series called Snowpiercer. It's about a train. I guess the world is frozen, and yet this train is able to keep going around the earth. And there's this lady who is an engineer who's in charge of driving this train, and she gives the suggestion to she puts her hand on the console of the desk of the engineering department, and she kind of closes her eyes and she says, "Feel the train." And she does that for a little bit, and then she says, "I think there's a wheel that you're having some problems with in a certain section of the train or car of the train." Now, it's kind of a stretch the imagination to see that, but boy, it was a good point. She was listening and trying to say, how is the train doing? I heard another comment in a show we were watching. I can't think of what it was. And someone said, do you listen or do you wait to talk? And boy, I thought for a minute, and I probably should shoot my hand up. And lots of times I'm sure I'm guilty of waiting simply to talk because I have an idea in my mind and I want to get it in there, right? I want to share that. It's a very easy thing to do, rather than the hard work of really focusing on the person in front of you and really listening to what they're saying. It's reminded me that there's a connection between these two things in these two TV shows. Feeling the train to see how is the train really doing. Listening to the person versus just waiting to talk. Both point to trying to really focus on the person you're talking to, not just the sales pitch you have, or whoever you're talking to, whether it's a customer or an employee or a prospective customer. If we just plow ahead with our sales pitch, it may be meaningless, because if we lost the attention or the interest of the person we're talking to halfway through, but we ignored it, well, then we're just finishing up our little sales talk, but we really, in a way, disrespected them. We have to try to listen to the train. We have to learn to listen versus waiting to talk, so that we don't miss and lose the attention of the person we're talking to. I'm convinced if we stopped and said, I'm feeling like there could be some confusion. Did I not explain that part right? Or do you disagree with a certain part of that? If we would do that, I think it would show a lot of respect for the employee, the client, or the prospective client. They'd appreciate that we noticed that. And then they would share the important objections or things that are bothering them or concerns, and we'd be able to address those versus just ignoring them. Because they don't go away, it's just that we are just simply ignoring them. Better to learn about them and face them than just to plow through and finish. Just something to think about. I thought I'd share from a couple TV shows my wife and I are watching. I hope it helps. Till next time, remember, you can do this. You really can.